Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flick Show. My name is Chris Wong. Just a couple of things from the DCEU. The first up is the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad changing a whole bunch of people. Yeah. So we heard that Margot Robbie's maybe coming back, but now we're hearing that Will Smith is going to be replaced by Idris Elba as Deadshot. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Now, I love both actors. Both actors are great, phenomenal actors. Will Smith gave it his all in Deadshot, and I like that iteration of him. But I also like Idris Elba and what he can do with that character. And I just like Idris Elba in general. You know, I'm a huge Pacific Rim fan. So, yeah. And the Apocalypse. So, I think. I think this is a good, okay thing. I'm gonna have to get used to that. There's a new character placing as Deadshot, but I give this. I think Idris Elba wouldn't mind leaving the mask on. Okay, so like in the first Suicide Squad, Will Smith is great and all as Deadshot, but I noticed he kept taking off his mask, or he doesn't put his mask on enough. As I know in the comics, Deadshot has his mask on, and that's what Deadshot looks like. And I think Will Smith is kind of like that type of actor that has to take off his mask to show his face. It's equivalent to, Sylvester Stallone being helmetless for Judge Dredd. Like, that's the thing about Judge Dredd. It's the helmet. And I'm glad that the Dredd movie, he kept the helmet on, So I think it's like that, for at least for me, that he should have his mask on. I remember watching old ninja movies where they take off the mask. Like Sho Kosugi wouldn't have a mask on in Ninja 3 Domination. And I'm like, I wish he had his mask on like in Revenge of the Ninja. I know I'm taken back now, but it's like that. It needs to have the mask. And so I think Idris Elba will leave the mask on. And it's just being me as one of those comic fans. It's just something, a technicality. It won't ruin their acting or anything like that or stuff like that. It's just a heroic technique. Like Batman should have his mask on. It kind of irked me when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man kept taking his mask off. His mask keeps blowing off. It's like, that's not Spider-Man. That's like maskless Spider-Man. You know what I mean? So it has that effect for me anyway, for Deadshot. So, but Idris Elba taking over for Will Smith as Deadshot. Things like that has happened before. I'll get a little bit more into that a little later on. And this is also coming out that it's possible that Joel Kinnaman's probably not going to return. Viola Davis, haven't heard, she's likely to return, but she may not. Nobody has no official saying on that. And Dave Bautista is looking to, at least trying to, sources say that they want him to be on the film, I guess, and he's gonna maybe play one of the newer characters in the Suicide Squad. So this is coming from Collider. I know what you think about them. Yes, I know. This is coming from Collider. There are sources that are saying these are the new characters for the Suicide Squad. At least this is if there's no changes in writing and stuff like that. The Rat Catcher. King Shark. Now, I've always thought King Shark would have been great in the first one, although in a visual effects, that would have been a little bit difficult. Yet, they did it in the Flash TV series and looked pretty awesome. I mean, it could, a little bit more budget in the work, but for a budget like that on TV, King Shark looked pretty awesome. Polka Dot Man. Never heard of them. He might be one of those. Oh, he's a sworn enemy of. It sounds like one of those, like even Ratcatcher. Weren't they one of the little villains in the Lego Batman movie? I don't know. I could be wrong. And of course, Peacemaker, which Dave Bautista is looking to play. And I'm not surprised Dave Bautista is going to be in this, which just means more that he's dead, is Drax. Drax is dead, guys. Guardians Galaxy lost a member. And that's because he really wants to follow his friend, and he really defended James Gunn here about that. And I don't talk about James Gunn as the being director of this too much because I've seen him do some, like, Guardians 1 was good, Guardians 2 was enjoyable, and he can write movies like he did, like we know him, Dawn of the Dead, right? He helped Zack Snyder make that, so he can do some stuff. And so, like, that new movie that's coming out, I know he's only producing it, but he might have a lot of influence in that, is that movie Brightburn, which is like that horror superhero type. It's like Man of Steel, but if Clark Kent was evil, this is what would happen. I'm looking forward to that, because not because it looks like a spoof, but it's not. It's like a horror side. It's like the mirror verse of Man of Steel. This is what would it be like, where people said that's like the beginnings of Ultraman, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that, just because it looks great, it sounds great, it feels like it's going to be it's going to be scary, but also cool in a comic booky type of way. So another way to look at superheroes and stuff, and so I'm really looking forward to that. But it also, for me, serves as like a palate cleanser from the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the palate cleanser, and then we're gonna be, after that movie, we're gonna be fresh with this is, oh, we're coming off of Brightburn, okay, this type of James Gunn, we're gonna be reset, and we're gonna see what he's gonna do with Suicide Squad, which could end up being like Guardians of the Galaxy, but at least we'll have that little palate cleanser, just so he has that little bit of time for people to get situated with another movie other than Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which he got, he got fired after Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and after that whole fiasco. So, the Suicide Squad will continue here. Who's going to happen with that? It's pretty looking like we're slowly rebooting this universe. Okay, the next thing is Shazam. Now, I said that Shazam had a press screening. Was it on Tuesday? Gotta remember. And so there was going to have we're going to have all the reactions, social media reactions for Shazam. And now that has finally come to fruition today, and looks like it's overly positive. Very overly positive. I'm going to read you some. This is from Eric Davis. Shazam is a big, goofy, lovable, and unlike anything DC has done before. Definitely in the vein of Tom Hanks' Big, but with superhero action and lots of Batman and Superman references. I dug this film so much I wanted to give it a bear hug at the end. DC movies keep getting better. Paul Shirey. Shazam is a laugh-out-loud, funny romp that captures the innocence and challenge of being both a superhero and a kid at once. It's clever, fun, and heroic, with an obvious nod to 80s classics like Big, Ghostbusters, The Goonies, etc. I'm going to skip Umberto. It's really positive. I'm just going to skip them. Brandon Davis. Shazam is such a brilliant movie. It's so tremendously fun and incredibly scary at some points. Thanks, David F. Sandberg. It blows away every expectation and is my new favorite DC movie. Scary at some points. Well, David F. Sandberg has been doing scary movies before this, so I wouldn't be surprised he threw in something there. So that means it's not an all totally kids thing, although it is an all totally kids thing, but to have that little bit of scare factor, that's kind of cool. I wonder what that's for. Is it the monsters, the 7 sins? Maybe. But I like that he threw that in there. We're going to have our own little lights out moment, for if you will. Shazam, Courtney Howard. Shazam is a super powered, big, and I loved every second of it. A colorful, vibrant, vital addition to the DCEU. Vivid, character-driven action, heart-trending central relationships, and fully earned, totally satisfying, emotional moments. Super hilarious, super thrilling, super awesome. Wow. Okay, Scott Menzel. Shazam is a superhero film that you never knew you needed. Zachary Levi was born to play this role, ridiculously entertaining and nonstop fun from start to finish. Loved every character and all of the pop culture references. This is what is going to the movies all about. So maybe just a few more. Sean Gerber. Shazam is pure joy that would have been right at home in the Amblin era. It was huge heart, loads of laughs, and even a few welcome scares. Another one, welcome scares. Pony Smasher, which is David F. Sandberg, combines classic charm and modern irreverence to create a thrilling superhero adventure for all. And Paul Sherry kind of gets into these question and answers that, borderline goes almost into spoilers, but this is one that's interesting. The Shazam score by Benjamin Wallfisch harkens back to a John Williams Superman type hero score, which is fitting given the material. It plays well throughout, especially the ending, which is sure to bring audiences back again and again. For reasons. What reasons? I wonder about that. Now, I'm not going to say it here, but there's been things on Twitter where they talk about this possible, and I think I've already said there's a possible Superman thing going on in this movie. And so please stay all the way to the ends of the credits, credits. Okay, this is a little bit more about the scary factor. Brandon Davis. Someone asked him, is it too scary for kids? I want to take my daughters to see it, ages 8 and 10. We are headed to see Captain Marvel in a few minutes, so excited. Anyway, Brandon Davis says, it is scary, like scary in the ways we wanted Venom to be, but then it switches to brilliant side-splitting fun. It's so impressive. Shazam. So scary is subjective in this sense. Like for kids, maybe scary, but for adults, maybe not so scary. Who knows? I mean, is it like Conjuring scary, or I'm really looking forward to that. But it's kind of funny how these reactions, which is overly positive. I haven't seen any negative ones. Overly positive, and it's out today, the day Captain Marvel drops in theaters. It's weird. Even Gitesh Panya said, Warner Brothers strategy on Shazam. Screen for some press 1 month early, then start allowing social media reactions 1 hour before the first shows of Captain Marvel begin on the East Coast. Positive chatter will spread instantly with the right people at the right time. That's confidence. So I don't know if that's some shade or is that some way to break it. I don't know. Idea. But it looks like it's going to be a great film. It's going to be a fun family with some scary elements and adventure. And you've seen a lot of it. There is a lot of there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs and things to previous films. Batman v Superman. You see it right there where Dr. Savannah punches. The other way around. Zachary Levi, Shazam punches Dr. Savannah. He looks, like Batman v Superman, where Superman tries to punch, catches Batman, and he like, what? It's like, so it has those elements. It has those Easter eggs. It's almost trying to tell us that we get it. We know about the movies from before. We get it. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So there's a picture of Zachary Levi, Mark Hughes, Sean Gerber, and Jay Oliva is there. So that's cool. Anyway, so yeah, and it feels like people are saying it's magnificent. It's great. It's like big. It's what people have been saying before. And I'm getting excited. Yet I know for positive reactions, it's always like, it's positive, and then when it comes out, it's like, well, it's like a B or something, or higher C's. So you never know. So that's why I'm always like looking into this, but I will always try to get my own thoughts. I want to go see it for myself. And I encourage you to see it for yourself. Make your own minds about what you think about Shazam. But I am looking forward to Shazam. My son is 2. Short story. I know I don't try to do the whole DC Marvel thing, but Captain Marvel is this weekend. And I asked him, you want to go watch Captain Marvel? And he's like, is that the one where the girl hits the grandma? Does the grandma die? Is she a bad guy? So I'm like, obviously, that's the beginning of one of the trailers, and so that just really caused. So I said, you want to watch the trailer again? I said, okay, Link, can I see the trailer again? So I'm like, all right. I showed him the trailer, and the most latest one, and he's just watching it, and he's like, can I watch the Shazam trailer? And I was like, you want to watch the Shazam trailer? Okay, Shazam. Can I watch Shazam? Is Shazam coming out? I'm like, well, not yet. I mean, we may be able to get to like 2 weeks ahead of that movie for a special Fandango screening at least. But sorry. Do you want to watch Captain Marvel? So he said, well, he wasn't too enthusiastic about it. But I want to still watch it anyway because I want to make up my own mind about Captain Marvel. I'm not too excited about Captain Marvel. I am a DC fan after all. But and so I'm looking more for Shazam, but I'm willing to take Captain Marvel because it's I love going to the movies. I want to see a blockbuster film. I love that experience of being in a movie and enjoying a movie in a theater. And so that's why I'm gonna go, and that's why I'm gonna hopefully take one, or maybe the other kid doesn't want to watch any of the movies. He's waiting for the Pikachu movie. Yeah, he's like, Detective Pikachu. That's it. That's all I want. Saves me some money. But yeah, so he wants to watch Pikachu. But he loves this stuff, and he wants to watch Shazam. He's like he's the one I told you about, where he jumps in the air randomly and goes Shazam, and then he's quiet. I'm working, and all of a sudden Shazam. I'm like, oh. It's so cute. So so I'm ready to watch Shazam, and hopefully we get to watch it early so I can do a review on it. I get to experience it early because it's kind of feels special. But any case, looking forward to that. But I do understand that after all these news today between Suicide Squad and Shazam, it is very much apparent that the DCEU has kind of soft rebooted in a way. Slowly rebooting in a way to something that it's become like it's gradual, and we don't really notice unless you're really into it. But you can see, no Ben Affleck, and then most of the Suicide Squad members aren't coming back, and things like that. This is slowly getting there. Only like Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa, Aquaman, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Margot Robbie, those kind of people will stay on, and gradually, and everybody around them gradually gets replaced. There is one little thing here, and this is from Nicholas Wincombe. Supposedly another scooper. I know it's just a scooper. He put out a picture today of the Joker, and he just put this little emotes on the top, emojis, and it's the clown sword fighting a bat and like chemicals. So what I can just see from that, it's either in the Joker movie there's going to be a Batman where he fights Batman and falls into the ace chemicals, or this Joker may actually be in the same universe as Matt Reeves, the Batman. Wow. Would that, be interesting. Like they're trying to build a Batman universe like on the side here, and then hopefully it'll work into the bigger part of the universe, or they don't care if it works into the bigger part of the universe or not. We know this is an 80s like Joker, right? Was it 80s? I think it was 80s. So maybe it's like Gotham, where the first Joker wasn't the real Joker. This Joker may be just a symbol for the next Joker. I don't know. Who knows? But that's interesting stuff that later down the line. In the meantime, I'm still excited for Zack Snyder's event. I am so stoked. There's like 20 something of us. We're all on Twitter chatting. Excited. I'm gonna wear all the gods T-shirt on that day. We're going to get to see Zack Snyder. I'm going to be starstruck. I probably won't even say a word. But I'm going to try to. Superman, Lawrence from Superman Hawaii, which I'm part of, reached out and says if I would do a live Instagram before the event and after the event. And I said, I'll try. Definitely, let's do that. And then I also have, we're possibly do something with Comic Movie Marks and, of course, Dave the Film Junkie when we get up there as well. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a new day, man. Whatever happens, and I may or may not get to tinfoil because I think it may be a little bit pointless because there is an actual event that's coming that could actually answer all the questions we need answered. Possibly. But I can tell you something, that after that Sunday, it's going to be a brand new day, or the day after tomorrow if it's not that great. But it's going to be something just for the fact that we get to meet Zack Snyder. I get to meet all you guys, people who share the same hobbies and the likes and things like that I do. And that is fantastic in itself. I'm so sad I couldn't, didn't have that enough funding to watch all 3 movies, but I do get to watch Batman v Superman the Ultimate Edition in a theater screen. Like I said before, the only time I was able to watch that was on my Blu-ray, my 4K UHD, and I'm gonna bring that, by the way. I'm gonna bring it so that he could sign it. If you'd be okay doing that. I don't want to bring too much, but if you could sign that would be so awesome. But anyway, yeah, Zack Snyder event, I am still so stoked. I'm glad these are his definitive versions. Yeah, did you know that Suicide Squad? What am I talking about? Sucker Punch. The director's cut, or all, the version that's out is not his definitive version. That's what he said. Weird. Damn. There's more definitive versions out there. Oh my God. How do I get a hand on that? Release the Snyder cut, but release the Sucker Punch cut. Okay. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.